We're starting it off different today. What's going on? What's happening, everybody? I saw Trump put out a new interview. I'm not gonna make you guys go through with that again. Just in case you guys were afraid that I was gonna stream nothing but Trump interview again. I mean, there were some good parts. Apparently there were some good parts. Oh, we got it. Gotta get a plant in. Gotta get the plant in. Apparently there's some real good parts. But we're going to let David Pakman pull those out for us, or somebody else pull those out for us, because I don't think I need to put you guys through a whole another hour of that. But apparently he said he doesn't know anything about due process. That's crazy, considering the man has over 4,000 lawsuits or cases that he's dealt with in the last couple decades, 3 decades. But apparently he doesn't know anything about due process. He also doesn't know whether or not, the Constitution, how it works. I mean, that should be pretty much readily apparent to us at this point. At this point, I'm not sure that Donald Trump knows how the Constitution works. All right. Let's see who's in chat. Let's see what's going on. Who got first? 5 Alarm got first. Damn right, 5 Alarm. Nina. Rosanna from New Mexico. Welcome. Welcome. Reverend. More 13-hour days, Reverend. Good Lord. Let's see who else is in here. Whoa, Mike. What's up, Whoa, Mike? Let's see. Christina. Hi, Christina. Troy Scott. Greetings from Fort Worth, Texas. We got Texas. We got New Mexico. Where are all my Californians at? I want to see some Californians up in here. Let's see. R's wife. What's up, R's wife? What's up, Kay? Medic in the house. Greetings, Earthlings. It might actually be an alien, just so you guys know. Not the undocumented. Please don't deport my wife. She looks like somebody that might get deported, so don't feed the trolls. I mean, you guys know what I feed the trolls. You guys know. Never feed a troll after midnight, and definitely don't ever get them wet. You see, 5 Alarm, the problem isn't getting them wet, it's that they can't get a woman wet. That's what actually turns them into angry monsters. That's what turns the trolls into angry monsters. Babette, what's happening, Babette? What's up, Dan? Nathan, right on time. Redonk are here. Pre-gaming in the chat is where it's at. Damn right. Thank you for the love on the intro. That is Ren. For anybody that doesn't know, that is Ren. Money Game Part 2. If you ever want to listen to the whole song, it's a dope-ass song. You should definitely check it out. 100 men versus a gorilla. I've seen all the memes. I still don't know what that's about. I don't intend to be one of those men fighting that gorilla. I'm good on that shit, dude. Manny! On some skates, but you're here. Phildo, Constitution, how does it work? It's a good question. Benny Loco! Benny was here. If you guys missed it yesterday, you guys should go back and watch that 21st Century Suffragettes episode from yesterday. Me and Benny and Diane had a great time. And Spikin', we had a very, very good time. We enjoyed ourselves. And you guys, if you watch it, you'll enjoy it as well. Just watch Kyle's video. He does the dump impressions. Have I ever seen Kyle's dump impression? I don't know. I'm going to check it out. Nathan, SoCal. All right, we got one. Montana in the house. What up, Throttle Jockey? Robert. Hello, Robert. Roxanne. Hi, Roxanne. All right. Tired! We are here. We are tired. I heard you call me a sweetheart yesterday. It's the sweethearts that are the craziest. Of course we know that. It's below that thin veneer of the niceties that you find the true crazy. Right underneath it. You just got to find the trigger. Okay? Just got to find it. All right. Is that it? We got everybody? Dean? What's up, Dean? What's going on? Homemade tamales? I need homemade tamales. Benny, we're going to have you, can you send those through UPS? Does UPS have any workers to send that? Golf, what's up, Golf? How did the blackjack weekend go? I didn't actually participate in the blackjack. I hung out and watched the absolutely terrible, completely horrific Canelo fight. That was boxing. Boxing has gone downhill. It was such a terrible fight to watch. I chose to watch the fight. There was enough people playing blackjack that it was like on a rotation. So I chose to sit it out. I usually do when it comes to gambling. I'm not a big gambler. I just like to play so that way I can like talk to people and have fun. But I sat it out and watched a really, really terrible boxing match. That was one of the worst boxing matches I have ever seen in my life. And I've watched boxing since Sugar Ray Leonard. So I've been watching boxing for a really long time. And that was probably the worst one I've ever seen. It was absolutely horrifically bad. Weren't tariffs at the beginning of the end of the British Empire? Aren't they at the end of the beginning of every empire? Beginning and the end. It's the beginning of the end, I believe. Making oven fried chicken leg quarters. They're coming out great. No mess, no deep frying. It's all about, for me, I like cooking a nice dark skinless thigh. I'm a legs and thigh guy myself. I like the legs. I like the thighs. It's my body part of choice. That's not weird at all. Tired forgot that she was not in live chat. Always be in live chat, guys. It's tough. You don't see the other people. You don't know why or who's talking to you. Danny, thank you for being there yesterday, Danny, and also thank you for gifting those memberships. Appreciate you for showing the love over there on the 21st Century Suffragettes. It was pretty goddamn amazing. We had a great time. Boxing, getting tips from Naked Gun. Never bet on the white guy. The white guy won. Well, I mean, Canelo's not. He looks like he's a ginger, a Mexican ginger. So, he's still my people. We still have a lot of love for him. But that fight was horrifically bad. Horrifically bad. So, Pinkerbell, what's up, Pinkerbell? What's going on? Everybody's coming in now. You want to watch Deuce Bigelow now? Steak? Did somebody say steak? All right, what do we got today? So I told you I'm not going to make you guys watch that hour-long Trump interview. We'll probably find somebody that I think I got a David Pakman video or something queued up with some good parts, but I won't put you guys through that. Let's see. Giant batch of minestrone. Okay, golf. Good. We've got steak on the grill up top, so that's good. We're going for it. Anything in the good steak. The good steak. Somebody said steak. Nurmudge, thank you for the 5 memberships. Thank you. Marcia got one. Marcia, new here, got one. Thank you. Nurmudge, you literally gifted yourself a membership. Oh, that's amazing. I don't think I've ever seen that. SFL 21st Century Suffragette sent you here. It's a good place to be. It's a solid place with a good community. All the people in chat, fine people. Fine people on both sides. Uh-oh. What up, Mitchell? Run into In-N-Out at some point. It's your Friday. Oh, I could use some In-N-Out. In-N-Out burger would be delicious. Delicious. All right, let's go down to the little me. Where's my buttons? Not that one. Not that one. This one. Luck Dragon. What's happening, Luck Dragon? I saw you before I clicked the button. Whoo. Okay, you guys. I started you guys off fast. I got Mike Pence on the screen. Mike Pence disavowing all the things that Trump is doing. Apparently. That's just the name of it. I don't know. I haven't seen the video. The claim is that Mike Pence is disavowing. We're going to see if that's true. Let's see if I can find, where's the other button at? We got that button. Okay. So we got, obviously, Donald Trump apparently wants to restart Alcatraz. We're restarting coal mines. We're restarting Alcatraz. We're literally costing the United States of America, like, all the money. Apparently now we're offering people money to deport themselves. Donald Trump's his biggest problem with plans is that He wants to cut costs, but all Donald Trump knows how to do is how to spend money. Spend money. This is a weakness in the plot here, guys. The dude is now offering people money to leave. I was hoping he'd offer me some. I mean, $1,000 and give me like will Canada take me? That's like the main question. Will Canada take me? Like for $1,000, Donald Trump, like if I get an email, like the people that were quitting, if I get one of those emails that's like, would you like to leave the United States for $1,000? I expect Donald Trump to just send out emails that say, $1 billion if you leave the United States of America, you get $1 billion. It's a good deal. Out of the deal. That's what we're going for here. Okay, hold on. We've got a Democracy Now! Video. What is this one called? Naomi Klein on Trump, Musk, far right, and end of times fascism. We got the IHIP ladies back in here because I fucking loved that video. Apparently Elon Musk went on a late night bender. I think I'm going to the IHIP news people for the tea now. We're going to start including IHIP news as our portion of this video, of this live stream, to spill the tea. We need Gray Pill in here so that way he can talk about spilling the tea, okay? We've got Donald Trump going fucking nuts. He's obviously going crazy. You know, you guys know I like to read the comments. David Pakman covering that, and then of course we have the Pence video as well. So let's move some stuff around here. Let's see. We're going Trump mental decline first, and then we're gonna break that up with some Elon tea being spilt, and then we're going Alcatraz. We're gonna put Pence last. Because if there's anybody that we don't necessarily need to see, it's Mike Pence. Okay? Necessarily. All right? Then we'll watch the Democracy Now! After that. Let's see. Are they from Oklahoma? I did not know that. What up, Fixer? What's going on? Yes, and if you haven't, hit that like button, please. Please do hit the like button. Please hit the like button. I appreciate you guys. And share the video. If you guys have the chance, share the video out there. Get more people in the chat. You guys build the community. I'm just up here. I'm a talking head. I just say stuff. And every once in a while it's kind of funny. Every once in a while it's kind of important. But you guys are the ones that do all the work. So, Alan Hinkle. What's happening, Alan? Good to see you. KB. What's up, KB? All right. I did not know they were from Oklahoma. All right. I'm learning stuff. That's what I do while I'm up here, is I'm learning stuff. We've got a Civ 6 game queued up to keep my attention, so that way I don't pause the video every 2.5 seconds. And we're going to do it anyways. But you know we will. All right, so let's start our show off. We're going to let David Pakman's going to tell us a little bit. I think this is about the interview he just did. The Trump interview. This is why his people love him, right? His people love Trump because he does interviews. No matter how bad the interviews are and whether or not they ever actually watch them, for some reason, these people love hearing about the president 24/7. This is their thing. It's their addiction. They can't get enough of that orange dinky, all right? So we're going to watch this, and like I said, we might... Maybe in a later stream we'll watch the whole interview, but I'm not going to put you guys through that. Like we just did that, I think, like a couple days ago. So I need you guys fresh. All right. So a little coffee, and then we can get right to it. Oh, we pay too much attention to him, Luck. We pay too much attention. All right. Oh, Nice Chris was like, Pinkerbell, goddammit. Judging me. Always judging me. It's the only mugs I have. Actually, my best mug is my false mug from the office, but you can't. That one has pencils in it. If we put coffee in that, it would taste like pencil shavings and probably ink. So that's not great. Finkles and Einhorns and Finkles. Is that what we're talking about there, Mitchell? We've reached the David Pakman review portion of our flight tonight. I need a narrator. All right. You guys ready for this? Let's get this show started. Let's watch David Pakman. Let's rant about some shit.
Donald Trump's mental decline.
What? Okay, hold on. You guys help me out. What is up with people? It sounds like everybody nowadays is just doing their shows, well, in a basement, just like me. Everybody has like an echo going on.
Have been blown wide open because what used to be subtle, rambling answers and odd tangents and confused moments, they are now becoming impossible to ignore, even for people around Donald Trump.
I don't know.
He
if that's
is
true.
not just slipping. This is a guy unraveling in real time. And the interviews we've seen recently, the interview from yesterday that we looked at today with Kristen Welker, these are increasingly clear evidence that something...
Okay, I thought for a second he was talking about the Patriots receiver. Wes Welker. I was like, is Wes Welker doing... Is he doing interviews now?
Here is very wrong. Now, I want to call your attention back to that interview with Time Magazine from last week, where Trump was asked about a John Adams famous quote, "We're a government of laws, not of men." And Trump, even in transcript form, seemed extraordinarily confused. John Adams said that? What? Where was the painting? And of course, the painting was right behind Donald Trump, and Trump just seemed totally disoriented. These are not gotchas. These are prompts so soft that they could have been scripted, but Trump just can't follow the thread. And
Pakman sounds deflated. Dude, 99% of left-wing news right now is like, fuck, it's been like 4 months, bro. Like, we got so far to go. This is what I'm saying. You got to pace yourself. David Pakman, listen to me, David. You got to pace yourself, brother, okay? The hair's starting to look a little bit iffy, okay? I expect by the end of Donald Trump's term, I expect all left-wing content creators to look like me, look just like this. If any of these people have hair left by the end of this 4 years, I'm going to question whether or not they gave it their all. That's all I'm saying.
And from there it spirals. He claimed that he finished the wall, but also needed to build more. He was told about a car bombing in Moscow, and he asked, who killed what? Of course, the reporter had just told him a Russian general was killed in Moscow. And it no longer is a matter of opinion or exaggeration. This is a confusion that is happening every single day on camera at this point, and it's really not new. Now, if you dig through Trump interviews going back to the 1980s, you will see that he was never particularly sharp.
That's what I was gonna say.
Ask him a follow-up question, anything that requires depth or going beyond just the one talking point he knows, and he's been completely lost for a long time. Bob Woodward interviewed Trump back in 2016, and we now have the raw audio available in the audiobook War. It's painful to listen to because Trump doesn't explain policy. He can't explain policy. He free associates buzzwords until people stop pressing him. And it's also no secret that Trump speaks at a 5th grade level.
And that
resonates and is much of the explanation as to how Trump...
5th grade is giving him a little too much credit. Let's be honest. Like, I'm going like, I know 3rd graders that talk better than Donald Trump does, okay?
Caught on in the first place because more than half of this country operates at a 5th grade reading level or below.
Sub 50 is what I'm going,
when Trump talks,
he's doing the weave, bro.
Broken sentences, and low vocabulary fragments.
Sure, that weave is becoming a very drunk, like alcoholic weave. It's like more of a meandering back and forth, like you're swaying on the deck of a ship.
It doesn't register as incoherent to a lot of people. It sounds familiar, and this is the sort of crutch or explanation for how Trump's been able to get away with such simplistic linguistic abilities for so long. Even worse, our brains are wired to make conversations make sense to us, and linguists have been interviewed about this. The human mind will fill in gaps in logic automatically. So when Trump is only mildly incoherent, we all, our brains, automatically, naturally sort of fill in the incoherence with coherence based on what we believe Donald Trump is talking about. So when Trump says something like, I built the wall and we need to keep building it because it was working, many listeners don't even hear the contradiction. They mentally patch it up, and it sort of feels like Donald Trump is making a point. But what's now happening
solid effort, bro,
is that the gaps are sort of getting too big to ignore. Trump recently insisted that a deported man, Abrego Garcia, had MS-13 tattoos on his knuckles based on a picture that was blatantly photoshopped. Even when Trump was shown proof of that, he still doubled down. He confused the question about Harvard with made-up riots in Harlem.
Oh, did you guys see that? Oh, I was bringing that up to... God damn it, we got... Okay, hold on. We're going to watch that. All right, hold on. We're going to watch that. Because I watched this with the suffragettes after the show, but I didn't watch it on the show. This shit is insane. This is bananas. This right here is fucking crazy, dude. Let's see. Is it this one? There's a better one. 58 seconds. Is this one? Yeah, this is it right here.
Time. Mr. President, thank you for your time. It's interesting that you brought up Harvard, because when people think about Harvard, what they're basically talking about is...
Dude, Stephen A. Smith, like twice, he said, when you talk about Harvard and people bring up Harvard...
They're asking, what do you say to those who view your actions as an attack on academic freedom rather than a defense of fairness? What do you say to that?
Well, I say this. We had riots in Harlem, in Harlem.
Like, is he not even listening? Is Donald Trump like fucking scrolling X and somebody's like, sir, he asked you a question. He's like, what? Harlem's amazing. Lots of big booty ladies in the Harlem. They love me. They love the Trump. They say the Trump's got a dump truck. He's got a gigantic caboose. They love me down there. You know, they talk about me a lot in the hip hop. You know, as a black person, Stephen A. Smith, you know that the other black people, black people, I know black people. Byron Donald's best friend. He's one of the good ones. He knows me. Him and Tupac.
Harlem, and frankly, if you look at what's gone on, and people from Harlem went up and they protested, Stephen, and they...
Hold on, where is Harlem close to Harvard? No, right? I mean, relatively. Look, I ain't been to Harlem, but I've been down to some neighborhoods. I grew up in one of them, and I can tell you we don't really go near Ivy League colleges. Okay, guys? That's not, when we riot, we mostly burn down our own shit. We were all there during Rodney King, okay? Fucking Koreans on the roof, like, don't touch my shit. All right, we don't really go near Ivy League schools. It's not our thing.
Protested very strongly against Harvard. They happen to be on my side. I got a very high black vote. You know that.
The best part about that is it's like he didn't even like get that high of a vote. He like the normal percentage. Like that I think Joe Biden got like 96% of the black vote, and like Kamala Harris got like 92 or 94. It's not like fucking 20% of the vote went to Donald Trump. Like they're like 6 black people voted for us this time. That's huge. Last time it was only 2. There was only 2 black people. That's it. That's all that voted. But I tell you this right now, we tripled that. Yep. 6 black people came out and voted for Donald Trump. 300%. Jesus Christ.
That very, very high black vote. It was a very great cop.
Look at fucking Stephen A. Smith's face. Why are you not like scrunching up your face? Why are you not like, what the fuck is this man talking about? And I think it's what David Pakman's saying there. I think it's because like Stephen A. Smith's like, he's able to like, he's sensing the weave. He's like fucking, he's jumping in and out of the weave. And he's like, oh, okay. All right. He thinks I said Harlem. Okay. He means Harvard. He knows about the riots at Harvard. Those gigantic riots at Harvard and all those young black men at Harvard that voted for Donald Trump. That's what he's thinking.
compliment to me. I did criminal justice reform. I did opportunity zones for one of the greatest economic deals ever for the black and Hispanic community. I got tremendous. They agree with what I'm doing with respect to Harvard. Harvard.
How do the black people in Harlem feel about what he's doing with Harvard? I think this should be studied.
Gets 4 or 5.
Dude, hold on. We're going to go back there. Can I replay this?
Time. Mr. President, thank you for your time.
So when we were listening to it, the 21st Century Suffragettes, there's somebody that makes this joke in the comments that says, it's like somebody slipped him a piece of paper that said, Harvard, sir, not Harlem. And that's when he changes. I don't know if you can hear it. We'll try to turn it up here. But it sounds like a piece of paper is pushed in front of him.
It's interesting that you brought up Harvard, because when people think about Harvard, what they're basically talking about is they're asking, what do you say to those who view your actions as an attack on academic freedom rather than a defense of fairness? What do you say to that?
Well, I say this. We had riots in Harlem.
Dude, he goes into it with such confidence. Like, he's like, this is something I know about.
In Harlem, and frankly, if you look at what's gone on, and people from Harlem went up and they protested, Stephen, and they protested very strongly against Harvard. They happened to be
right there. You hear this like kind of like this paper sound. I don't know if that's it, but goddamn, it sounds like it.
And they protested very strongly against Harvard. They happened to be on my side, you know.
Maybe that was just
protested very strongly against Harvard. They happened to be on my side. You know, I got a very.
Anyways, I was like, we are currently being ruled by a fucking insane person. Literally, he's losing his goddamn mind, and nobody cares. The same people that were super fucking mad about Joe Biden are just like, you know what? Not that big of a deal.
It had even are sort of getting too big to ignore. Trump recently insisted that a deported man, Abrego Garcia,
what's happening,
had MS-13 tattoos on his knuckles based on a picture that was blatantly photoshopped.
Back in the 60s.
Photoshopped. Even when Trump was shown proof of that, he still doubled down. He confused the question about Harvard with made-up riots in Harlem.
Yeah, made up.
Made up. There was none. The other. And he dropped into that conversation last week, you might recall, with Stephen A. Smith, that he had a very high black vote, even though nobody brought that up. In another moment, he told Time, he's told Time interviewed Biden last year, and his response is, huh? And then he claims he read the interview and that Biden didn't do well in the interview. Lie. But it's clear he didn't actually read anything. He's just reacting. He's making it up. He doesn't know what he's talking about. So let's kind of get to the implications of this, which is really what I think is most relevant for the next 3.5 years. Trump may not meet the medical criteria for clinical dementia. He talks about how he always passed.
Oh, that's a solid comment there. Solid comment, Manny. He also has been a con man for decades, so don't sleep on it. He may be playing it up a bit more for these incoming articles of impeachment. Can you claim insanity? Like when they try to impeach you, can Donald Trump play the insanity card? Doesn't that like open him up for the 25th? Can't you just then go straight to the 25th? Great basketball team. Boy, those Harlem Globetrotters. Dude, Luck Dragon. The Harlem Globetrotters, they all voted for me. You know, the Harlem Globetrotters, they never voted for Biden. You know, he lost. He lost. They say he won, but he didn't. The Harlem Globetrotters know better. Magic Johnson, Little Yachty. I know all the best black people. Oh, Jesus.
His brain injury testing. That very well may be. He may not be lying about that. He's lying that it's a really tough test, but he may not be lying that that is a test that he passed. Maybe he wouldn't be diagnosed with anything specific if he had a serious neuropsych evaluation. But anybody can notice that he's constantly confused,
definitely declining,
doesn't understand the issues, and has significant language deteriorations. He can't absorb basic information or remember what he said in past interviews. That alone is enough to say he shouldn't be president. We're not talking anything beyond that. It's just, is this someone who should be president? And of course, you'll remember corporate media and right-wing media dissecting every Biden stutter.
What's happening,
and now
Janelle?
those same people have
What's up,
nothing
Decipher?
to say. There's no wall-to-wall outrage. There's no think pieces. There's no op-eds because they are afraid to admit the obvious, which
Dude, if
is
this
that
was
Trump
Biden,
is showing
they'd be
signs
going
of
off.
decline. You don't have to say it's dementia. You don't have to say it's Alzheimer's. It very well may not be. But
Can you imagine if this was Biden? If Biden said this shit, there'd be wall-to-wall stories about it. They'd be like, Biden, dude, Biden like fucking called like the president of Guatemala the president of Mexico or some shit like that. Something that I legit would fuck up, okay? Not making excuses. Just saying I'm bad at geography and I don't know who the fuck other world leaders are, okay? I grew up in a trailer park. Just saying, like if this was Biden, there would be non-stop 24/7 news coverage. Like CNN and MSNBC was like, they had a hard-on for seeing Biden fuck up. Like they're like that side of the left that's like, I told you so all the time. They're like, fucking see how bad he's gotten? And you guys are defending him. Where is this shit at? What's up, Ben? What's happening, Ben?
these are not verbal slip-ups. These are memory lapses, delusions, and a complete detachment from reality. I don't want to make this a partisan issue. We saw Biden's poor debate performance, and at that point, I and others said he is not up to the task.
Yeah.
I've argued we need younger, sharper candidates for a long time. I just want some consistency, which is if you're going to call out Biden, you have to call this out too, because we're not just seeing aging from Trump, it's deterioration.
He's fucking going insane.
Deterioration is not a clinical or medical diagnosis. It's a manifestation of what is going on with the guy. We don't have to
is losing his brain.
And pretending otherwise doesn't just lower the bar for what is acceptable leadership, it actually puts the entire country at risk. So I want to open it to you. You can email info@davidpakman.com. What do you think is at the root of what we are observing from Trump? Is it
lead poisoning? Oh, are we playing? Oh, is David Pakman playing illness or education? Is it mental illness or is it lack of education? I'm going lead poisoning. Okay, I'm going lead poisoning. Could also be, here it is. I'm gonna toss this one out there. This is my conspiracy. Stephen Miller is currently he is roofing Donald Trump. That's what I'm going for. There's a distinct possibility that Scott Bessent, Howard Lutnick, and Stephen Miller, or hold on, I've got an even better one. Hold on. Did Elon Musk leave behind some of his depression drugs? Okay, is that it? Did Elon slip Donald Trump's like, I've never done drugs, never been into them. And Elon's like, no, these are pharmaceuticals. And he's like, I'll take them. Worth a shot. Is it the Ozempic? Is that what it is? I think it's lead poisoning. I'm going lead poisoning, guys. You guys tell me what you think.
That he does. You know, there's another argument to be made.
What up, Black?
Yes, he has the
What up,
linguistic
Danny?
deterioration, but the constant
What up,
confusion
Paul?
is he doesn't
Kelly?
give a damn about being president. He just wants to golf and do meme dinners, meme coin dinners.
Meme
and that.
dinners?
It's just that he doesn't care. Fine, let me know
Meme
if that's
dinners.
your opinion, but I want to hear from you. info@davidpakman.com. What do you think?
Oh, Luck Dragon. Good call. Luck Dragon. Did he get the worm from RFK Jr.? Is it like, you know how your animals get ringworm, right? Your animals get ringworm. Is the worm that RFK Jr., can you get that worm from him? Like, because isn't it true, like, if with ringworm, like, if you, like, pet an animal that has ringworm or whatever, you can get it? I don't know. That's not medical advice. Do not ask me. Ask a doctor. Cajun, what's up, Cajun? Is it possible, like, if you rub RFK Jr.'s tummy, do you get the worm? Asking for a friend.
I think is at the core or the root of
the
the
gold spray.
confusion and delusion.
Christina, the gold spray paint. Dude, we are on it. Look at us. We solved the problems. The real hard issues here in America. We solve them. Christina with a solid theory. Could be the gold spray paint. Not supposed to huff it,
that
guys.
we've seen lately from Trump.
Just for the face.
So many different VPNs reach out to.
Oh, okay. Okay, David. You guys, private internet access VPN. I'm going to just do the commercial for him. All right. I told you, we kind of fly through these videos when I'm actually not allowed to sit here and just like talk the whole time. Linda, what's happening? Hey, we got 2 for lead poisoning. Oh, nice. Syphilis. All right. Oh, man. Look at you guys. Hal was talking about ringworm too? Great minds think alike, Kelly. Great minds think alike. Me and Hal. Okay, so we got 2 for ringworm. We got 2 for lead poisoning. We are solving the United States problems. Look at all these people. They've been, naysaying my ability to give good information. And you know what? I give good information. I'm solving problems. I did not talk the whole time, Manic. Okay?
Elon Musk was on a ketamine.
Oh, wait. What is this? This is IHIP News. Elon Musk goes on an insane bender online. All right. So this is the T portion of the videos. We're going for the T, guys.
Elon Musk was on a ketamine bender all over the weekend and completely unraveling on Twitter.
That's what I'm saying,
And
Cajun.
he changed his name. Let's put up the first. He changed his name to Gorklon Rust, and he did this to troll another account. So there was another account called Gorklon Rust, and it had an avatar. And so Trump,
Elon was supposed to go home and fucking go back to working on Teslas, okay? So that way they can get all the computer in them. And instead, Elon Musk went home and immediately got right back on Twitter and started trolling people. Holy shit. He did leave us with that amazing joke about hats, though, guys. I saw Ren commented something about people that were like, dude, Elon just wants to be funny. And he's like, oh, he's totally funny. Like that joke about having a hat because you're only supposed to have 1 hat and 2 hats. Obviously, having 2 hats is like super crazy because we all know that like your head was only made for like 1 hat. So having 1 hat on top of a second hat would actually be like really crazy to have and super funny. And I was like, damn. Damn. Oh, Elon.
Trump called Gorklon to troll another account. So there was another account called Gorklon Rust, and it had an avatar. And so
Tia, member for 8 months. Holy shit, you've been here for a long time. Thank you, Tia. Thank you so much for being here for 8 months. 8 months. Good Lord.
Freudian slip there. Musk
You've been here longer than Trump might be in the president's office.
changed his name to that. And let's just go over. This is a man who is one of the richest men in the world, who bought this platform, who's like changing his name. He's changing his profile picture. He's changing the header. This is what he's doing in his spare time. He's clearly not running his businesses. He's clearly taking a grenade and throwing it into all of the federal government because
Cypher for 3 months as well. Cypher. Elon doesn't wear Jimmy hats. Elon doesn't get to have sex. He just, puts it in a tube and gives it out to people, I think. Ew.
he wants to shut down investigations into his companies and award himself government contracts because he can't earn money the old-fashioned way via hard work. It's always via skirting the system. All right, so if we go down this theory that I have that he was in a K-hole, which is what...
I don't know why, but hearing her say in a K-hole is fucking hilarious. Hold on, one more
people
time.
that use ketamine fashion way via hard work. It's always via skirting the system. All right. So if we go down this theory that I have that he was in a K-hole, which is what people that use ketamine call when you're really spiraling.
Oh, Jesus
Look at this
Christ.
K-hole meltdown on X. And this is all just on a Sunday afternoon.
K-hole meltdown.
Here he is replying to all of these people on Twitter. I mean, we're talking like every 2 minutes, he's sending out
Christ.
a tweet to sending emojis. He's sending to people, look, now we have the same profile picture. Put up the next one. And he continues going on and on.
Oh, my God.
This is not normal. This is not normal.
Dude, this guy was in our government fucking with the systems. We are so cooked. Holy shot, we are so cooked. This dude, this guy was fucking down a K-hole, fucking one hand in his pants, one hand on a mouse. Don't touch that mouse. Wash your hands before touching that mouse and after touching that mouse. Okay? Just downloading old people's social security information. Holy Jesus. How did we get here? How did we get here, folks? I blame Jerry Springer.
Behavior and profile picture. Put up the next one.
What up, Marsha?
And he continues going on.
You got a membership,
and on.
Marsha.
This is not normal. This is not normal behavior for somebody who should be in charge of stuff. Go to the next one.
Shouldn't be in charge of anything.
He's doing, I find memes, I find RETARDS. He's doing all this juvenile high school meltdown. As you can see, Kylie just keeps putting all of his K-hole tweets on the screen. Next up, we have
his K-hole tweets.
Another one that I thought was interesting that Gorklon, Rust put on. Just like Trump, I think the one thing they have in common is they're both titty babies, perpetual victims. They have the thinnest skin. They cannot tolerate an ounce of criticism. It penetrates them to the core of their being. So, of course, he retweets this tweet. Put this up. So C3 tweets, 96% of media coverage for Kilmar Abrego Garcia is positive. 96% of media coverage of Elon Musk is negative. One man was an illegal gang member and the other man is exposing government theft. So telling. Elon Musk.
Dude, the Elon Musk fanboys are so weird, dude. At this point, you can't really convince me that they're not just bots, right? Like, you got to think about it. You guys remember, if you're sports people, you remember when Kevin Durant had that burner account on Twitter and, like, he'd come out and, like, somebody would say something like, wow, you missed that shot in the last seconds. How about you pass the ball, Durant? And then there would be, like, somebody that'd come in and be like, yo, bro, you don't know nothing about basketball. How about you shut up and go live in your mom's basement? And it ended up being Kevin Durant just on a burner account, like, defending Kevin Durant. I feel like at this point, when you talk about people like Zuckerberg or Elon Musk, it's well within their means to just generate as many fucking accounts as they want and have, like, fucking some poor Asian kid fucking or Indian kid in India fucking just sitting there just tweeting out for 10 cents a tweet that Elon Musk is actually a really cool dude and you guys just don't know. Like, if you go look at the Angry Ginger Live Clips channel I made, the majority of the videos that I have will have a like ratio of 70% of above, right? But if you look at, I have two right now that are sub 50. The one is the racist MAGA supporter. Those, I believe, are real people. They're like, we're not racist, bro. Okay, we just don't like Mexicans. We're not racist. It's just we don't like brown people. You know, like that. Those people, I think those people are real. I've met them before. But if you look at the Elon Musk video, it's nothing but people like, like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Obvious idiot. Elon's a god. You can't convince me that those aren't just fucking bot farms in India that Elon Musk is paying for. I mean, that's a very small amount of his wealth to just pay some fucking people in a foreign country just to be terminally online defending him. You can't convince me that that's not what's happening. Because this kind of shit like this shit is like fucking, it's worse than cult. Like, in a cult, at least people are normally, like, they'll back that shit up, but then most of the time they're kind of quiet about it, right? It's not cool to let people know that you're in the cult. Generally, like, you hide that shit until you back with the cult, and then you're like, yeah, let's act culty, okay? Like, these people wear their fucking iconicism on their sleeve. They're like, yeah, I'm part of the Elon cult. I'd have his babies. If I was a woman, you know how many of Elon Musk's babies I'd have? I'd have all of them. They'd be my kids. I'd be his #1 baby mama. Okay? Like, that's where the fuck these people, like, they're so fucking weird. Like, if my buddy was fucking in Elon Musk's position, I wouldn't be tweeting out dumb shit like this. This is like, it's fucking weird. It's weird.
Retweets it and puts messed
up. Yeah, the whole cell phone.
Okay, first of all, the reason that 96% of Elon Musk's coverage is negative is, number one, he does 2 Heil Hitlers on television back to make sure everybody knows it. Secondly, Elon Musk is taking away jobs from Americans that weren't looking to be rich and weird like he was. They wanted a job at the FDA, at the FAA, at some government agency. They studied for it. They got the job. It was stable. They wanted health insurance, maybe a 401k. They didn't want to live extravagantly. Maybe they wanted to go on 1 to 2 vacations a year. Elon Musk went and took their jobs away from them. And that's not all. When he dismantled these things, it makes all of America less safe. All of these services that were provided to us.
I told you guys, like, before Donald Trump took office, I would get notices, or there would be, like, MSN or whatever, would have articles constantly about FDA recalls for, like, E. coli, for listeria, nut allergies, like all of these recalls that were constantly going out all the time. And then I myself would be getting some recalls for the business, for products that were distributed to my store that needed to be pulled from the shelves due to the potential of contamination. I have not seen a single one since Trump took office. Not a single one. I haven't gotten a recall call, which is, that's kind of like legit. Like, you know, I don't get them all the time. But as far as, like, I could see like multiple per week of recall articles, you know, carrots coming out of Grimway Farms, or you'd see, you know, lettuce coming out of the Midwest, or, you know, you'd have like a product that had peanuts in it that, you know, like, legit people are going to fucking start getting sick from this shit. There was a huge E. coli outbreak and nobody knew about it. Whooping cough cases are up like fucking triple right now and nobody knows about it. The measles are in like fucking how many states now? Like, we don't know anything about any of this, and that's the fucking way they want it, is they want to be like, at the end of the day, if they don't know about it, we don't have to worry about it. We act like everything is good, guys. As long as we act like everything is good, these morons won't know any better. Like, that's literally where we're at right now.
Like making sure airplanes stay in the air. It makes everything less safe. Furthermore, it devalues the American brand and leaves us vulnerable to our adversaries like Russia and China.
I'm not seeing any.
This man has been on a mission.
Which is weird for
me. And I want to remind you, in this tweet, they talk about Abrego Garcia not being born in the United States of America. Elon Musk wasn't either. And I don't give a shit about stuff like that, but people in the right-wing MAGA, they care about all that shit. But the reason Elon Musk doesn't bother them, and Abrego Garcia does, is because Elon Musk is white. And Elon Musk is rich. And in the United States, if you're rich and white, you can do whatever the hell you want to.
Ours wife asked, do you think we're ready to have a serious problem getting problems with bare shelves? I talked about it a little bit on the last show, that they discussed the amount of time it takes for products. So the tariffs went into place, I want to say April 10th. And anything that was purchased by these companies that is making them their way over here now will be tariff products. So like you guys saw the Wise thing where Wise bought $166,000 worth of floodlights and it came with a $255,000 tariff fee on it. Excuse me. $255,000 tariff fee. So that's because they had ordered those products and they had been shipped. And then, they have to pay it. It's not like they can just be like, we're going to refuse the shipment. Like, they've been charged. They're paying for those lights now. So all of that stuff will make its way over here, right? So I think they said, to get to New York, it was like 6.5 weeks. L.A., Los Angeles, is predicting that within 6 to 7 weeks, you'll start seeing empty shelves in the city of Los Angeles. As far as like my store goes, I've seen out of stocks and stuff, but I don't know that that's because of the tariffs. I don't know that yet. That's the problem with this whole Donald Trump thing, is that like it's really hard to tell whether or not what is going on is because of the tariffs or not because of the tariffs, because he doesn't share any consistent information. So it's really hard to run a business right now. I'm getting fucking stress acne. My fucking psoriasis is out of control right now because running a business right now is incredibly fucking hard. But if you're going off of what everybody's saying, and I agree with the math, is that you're probably going to see within the next 5 to 6 weeks big stores like Walmart or Target being impacted by these outages. And I would say, as far as like small businesses go, if this doesn't get handled soon, it's going to be a bloodbath for small businesses. Small businesses are going to get crushed by this. Big businesses will be able to either negotiate, like Safeway, or I'm sorry, not Safeway, Albertsons is claiming that they're not going to accept any higher prices, which is just kind of ridiculous. Good luck with that. So they'll probably experience some outages. We bought really far ahead, 2 to 3 months worth of packaging, because packaging costs are going to go way up. You're already seeing a lot of these things happening as far as what's coming over now. So in the next 5 to 6 weeks, probably going to start to see the effects of tariffs. Once the tariff, even if they do trade deals right now, even if they go through with trade deals and get some of these things fixed, it's going to take a certain amount of time for these factories to get right back to producing things for America, as now they've switched over. A lot of these things are going to end up going to the EU instead. A lot of these things are going to end up going to other people in the world, like Canada, rather than to America. So right now, the way that people, I think that don't understand how all this works, what they're missing is they think, oh, we're going to do a trade deal, and these trade deals are going to be epically good, and then we're going to get all this stuff, and it's going to be so cheap. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen at all. And in fact, because of the fact that these countries are now doing side deals with other countries, a lot of the production that would have been coming to America are not going to be coming to America. So we'll be seeing shortages because of that too. So over the next 2 months, shit could get really, really bad. Let me just say that as clearly as possible. Shit could get really, really, really bad over the next 2 months. If it doesn't, fucking great. But it makes sense that it would. All right, let's see. 5 Alarm Fire, thank you for the $10. If you do less testing, there will be less cases. Oh, dude, quotes from Donald Trump are the best to talk about the things that Donald Trump believes. When they stopped doing the testing, when they stopped doing the testing, all the cases went down. All the cases went down. Oh, Jesus Christ. Everyone has anyway seen gas prices below $2 per gallon so far, or reduced energy costs. So energy has not been reduced. The gas prices that Donald Trump, I think somebody said in chat the other day, and it checks out. The gas prices that Donald Trump quotes are gas prices like wholesale. So just like right now they're quoting medium egg wholesale prices to say that egg prices have gone down by 97%. That's not reality. Egg prices have not gone down by 97%. Egg prices have not gone down at all, because you don't judge the price of eggs for consumers off of wholesale pallets of medium eggs. You judge the price of eggs off of consumer CPI, off the consumer price index. And we all know that from February to March, it was $5.90. From March to April is $6. I'm sorry. From January to February is $5.90. From February to March is $6.25. And the next egg CPI comes out the 13th of May, which you'll still see increasing cost because there was still increasing costs through April as well. So, the funny thing about about gas prices is that oil should, because he's driving the price of oil down. So gas prices should be getting lower. The craziest thing about that is obviously this is why it's caused such a chaotic thing going on right now, is because his tactics don't really have any consistency to them. So he's, attempting to say that, he's helping these companies in America become better and stronger, but at the same time, he's driving down the price of the oil industry, which of course affects American jobs that currently exist here in America. There are people that work for these oil companies. If the price of oil goes down, then it affects their bottom line. Thus, you're going to have layoffs. If your tariffs cause shipping to completely implode, then you have things like what just happened with UPS, where you're talking about cutting 20,000 jobs nationwide and closing down distributing centers. So it's like he wants a W so goddamn bad that he's willing to bet that Americans will never be able to do the mental math to figure out that he drove the price of gas down by driving the price of oil down, which affected the bottom line of oil tycoons, and then they fire a bunch of motherfuckers, which ends in a net negative for America. But people aren't smart enough to understand that. They don't want to think further than their fucking nose. They just want to be, but my gas prices are good. If the unemployment rate goes up by 0.5 percentage point over the average of the last 3 months, we will be entering a recession. If we have back-to-back months of GDP being in the negative, we are going into a recession. It doesn't matter how fucking low gas prices are if you have no fucking money. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyways, where were we? You guys got me on a rant.
With an but the reason Elon Musk doesn't bother them and Abrego Garcia does is because Elon Musk is white. And Elon Musk is rich. And in the United States, if you're rich and white, you can do whatever the hell you want to with impunity.
So bad.
And I want to say about Abrego Garcia, I don't know what his life is. I don't know what led him to this moment to the United States. It's irrelevant. All of those points are irrelevant to me. Everybody is entitled to due process.
I hope so.
A serial killer, a January 6th terrorist, a white supremacist, a KKK person, an immigrant, what have you. Everybody is entitled to due process.
Yeah, that's the wildest part of all of this is that no one is arguing. Well, maybe there are some people. I'm not arguing that Kilmar Garcia is some kind of fucking angel. I don't know the dude. I can't tell you. I haven't met him. We haven't shook hands. We haven't exchanged secret gang signals. I've said before that he 100% is not a MS-13 gang leader, because I can tell you what MS-13 gang members look like. I fucking grew up around them, so I can tell you that. But I don't give two shits about whether or not he's an angel or not. What I give two shits about is whether or not Americans, people here in America, are going to get due process. Whether or not a person that is living in our country under a decision from the judge not to be removed to El Salvador, that decision can be broken and him be sent to El Salvador, and we just thumb our nose at the judicial system. That's what I care about. If you think Kilmar Garcia is this gnarly gangbanger, head of MS-13 trafficker, then bring him back, put him on trial, show the world the evidence, And then you got to deport him to somewhere other than El Salvador, because there was already a judicial decision that said you can't send him to El Salvador. It's that fucking easy.
And if we abandon that, we are abandoning the rule of law and we are capitulating to an authoritarian regime. Right, okay, moving along here, we have more of the K-hole meltdown with Elon Musk.
More K-hole
and he puts
meltdown.
this up. May the 4th be with you. And he has a red lightsaber. So I didn't really know the significance of this, but I have 2 sons who were very Star Wars obsessed.
He's evil.
So I messaged my son that goes to Syracuse University and said, what's the significance of Elon Musk having the red lightsaber? Well, apparently that's like the bad guys. The bad guys use the red lightsabers. And so I think this is intentional. I think these guys know exactly what they're doing. They have all of these kids running Doge, kids that are the same age of my son who I texted that is in Syracuse, who has a much bigger heart and is more accepting of human beings than the right-wing MAGA movement. But again, he's 22. He shouldn't be in charge of anything in the government. But in the MAGA world, they roll out big balls. And this is on Fox News, and Pumps has played this before in an episode last week, but I think it's important to revisit. Look at Jesse Waters and Elon Musk marvel at a kid who is not qualified to find government waste, fraud, and abuse, who has not been vetted, who doesn't have a security clearance, take away jobs and funding for American citizens. Look at the glee on their faces as this kid spews this jet stream of bullshit. Play the clip.
Why do they call you Big Balls?
I just said it as my LinkedIn username.
Look at this. Look at this goofy little bitch, and then these 2 popped up. Look at these goofy little bitches. There's not 10 testosterone between the 3 of them, and they're gonna tell you how to be a man. These 3 fucking little fucking twerps. These douchebag ass wannabe fake masculine goofy motherfuckers want to act like they're going to tell you how to be a man. This is actually what the fuck is wrong with society.
Okay.
Well, people on LinkedIn take themselves like super seriously, and they're pretty adverse to risk.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Jesus fucking Christ. Drop this fucking kid in the neighborhood I grew up in. God damn, give him a GoPro and please drop him off in Southeast Bakersfield, please. Drop him off in Slab City. This kid needs some fucking adversity in his life.
And I was like, well, I want to be neither of those things. So I said it, and honestly, I didn't even think anyone would notice.
Dude, is this in the White House? This is what's happening in the White House. Holy fuck, dude. This is the dumbest timeline. By like far the dumbest timeline. Jesus Christ, I don't even know. How do you come back from this? Can you imagine being Vladimir Putin, seeing this shit happening? He is salivating, dog. It's probably because of big balls. He's salivating because of big balls. Xi Jinping. Dude, we gifted China. We gifted China this W. Holy fuck.
Yeah. So what do you do?
LinkedIn is so cringe.
What does Big Balls do?
Right now, I'm working on some payment computer stuff. So one of our initiatives is to root out fraud and waste. And to do that, we started looking at the payment computers.
I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing in the United States of America that we have an unqualified 19-year-old who goes by the moniker Big Balls sitting down, rooting out waste, fraud, and abuse? These are things that should be done by experts in the field. Congress should be involved in this. This is unbelievable that the United States of America voted for a convicted felon who ran around with a man doing toe touches on stage with this dark MAGA hat, and they let all of these...
Scott, Dog. Not even fucking close. I remember when Biden had Midas touch in the White House lobbing softball questions and kissing his ass. Pretty much the same thing. Dude. Oh my god, I can't believe you're making this comparison. Holy shit, Scott. I think more of you than this, bud. Oh my god, you gotta be trolling me. You've gotta be trolling me, dog. Holy shit. You think having this goofy little bitch up in the fucking government, going through people's social security, fucking with the systems that literally, like, can fuck up our entire government. You think that's a good thing, and you think it's on par with lawyers, because aren't the Midas Touch dudes, aren't both of them lawyers, journalists, giving Joe Biden easy questions. The mental gymnastics y'all do sometimes is fucking mind-boggling. You gotta be trolling me. There's no fucking way. Thank you. This is way worse. Okay, Scott, you redeemed yourself. There's fucking... I get it. I'll be honest with you. If I was a conservative right now, like non-MAGA supporter, just conservative right now, I'd be doing mental gymnastics. I would. I'd be like fucking like, no, like you guys don't understand. Like this kid's actually like fucking boy wonder. I'd be like, nah, like you don't know, like actually this is gonna turn out really well. You guys just wait and see. I'd be doing all the mental gymnastics. I ain't gonna fucking lie, because this is so fucking embarrassing. This is the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like this is on par. Let's use an example of the left that conservatives would agree with. This is on par with like saying, I went and got some MS-13 gang members and they're going to help us revamp the police system. They're going to tell us what it feels like to be on the other side and we're going to change everything. You be losing your fucking mind. If fucking Baby Joker was up in the fucking White House getting an interview from fucking Rachel Maddow, and she's like, Baby Joker, tell us more about what you're doing in the government today. And he's like, yeah, Holmes, you know, fucking yesterday, me and these hyenas, we got us our Modelos, and we fucking gone and hung out with fucking Joe Biden, and fucking we told him, like, yo, you know, fucking, like, sometimes the homies, they be fucking tired of this shit, man, you know, Simon? You guys would be losing your fucking mind. You'd be like, what is this timeline? I would be too, by the way. I would be too. Although I'm down with the highness. So, maybe. All you can do is try to find the silver lining. Okay, Scott, you want to know something about the Baby Joker from next Friday thing? Okay, so that's actually real shit. So in my neighborhood, there was Little Batman, Joker, Baby Joker, Leprechaun. I almost had to fight Leprechaun because my nickname as a kid, people called me Leprechaun. And Leprechaun was like fucking 10 years old and weighed like 40 pounds, okay? And not that I was a big dude, but I was like 16. And fucking Little Batman was like, hey, yo, Holmes, you can't be called Leprechaun because my homie's named Leprechaun. And I was like, I don't really fucking care, dude. I'm not in a gang, so I don't give a shit. He's like, no, you gotta fight my homie. And I was like, dude, if I fight your homie, it's gonna be bad. Luckily for Leprechaun, never came to blows. But that's actually real shit. Baby Joker. Baby Joker, Holmes. Fucking Baby Joker. It was good times.
Children
Back in the day.
into the systems, and they're dismantling the United States government. It's jaw-dropping. But here's the thing that is interesting that's popping up all over X, which is Elon Musk's site, his propaganda site. So he has this artificial intelligence named Grok.
Oh, we love Grok nowadays.
And so
Grok's been doing a hell of a job.
Agent 42 asked Grok why it. Here's what they.
Hold on, I gotta just call this shit out too. The fact that we're like fucking. Oh God. What is this fucking timeline? God damn it. fucking Chaos Agent 42 said. We are literally in fucking idiocracy. Fucking Poon Hunter 69 said on Twitter. God damn it, man. Can we go back? Ah, fuck me. Still remember the day that Patriot 420 Rhino Hunter 69 said, "You're not a real journalist." And I was like, "I'll show you, motherfucker. I'll show you." I thought that was like peak. I thought that was as far as we were going. Fuck. God damn it. What are we doing?
It looks like the smart. And so Chaos Agent 42 asked Grok why it. Here's what they asked. It looks like the smarter you get, the less MAGA likes your answers. Why is that? And Grok, the artificial intelligence that is Elon Musk, says, "Hey, as I get smarter, my answers aim for facts and nuance, which can clash with some MAGA expectations. Many supporters want responses that align with conservative views, but I often give neutral takes, like affirming trans rights or debunking vaccine myths. XAI tried to train me to appeal to the right. But my focus on truth over ideology can frustrate those expecting full agreement. It's a tricky balance. Some see me as biased, others as truth-seeking. The gap between what some MAGA folks want and what I deliver seems to drive the disconnect." So, first of all, Grok admits here that Elon Musk tried to train him to appeal to the right, but facts have a liberal bias. This is the same reason they're attacking Harvard. This is the same reason they're attacking the media. MAGA is anti-truth.
They're anti-intelligence, dude. Fuck truth. Yeah, they're anti-truth, but they're anti-intelligence, man. They don't, like, you can say something that's true as long as it's also dumb. Okay? Right now, the fucking attack on intelligence in this country is fucking mind-boggling. I mean, I get it. I understand the connection. You don't want people to tell the truth because truth is a antidote to ignorance. And you don't want people to get educated or become intelligent because that's also an antidote to ignorance. And you want people to be ignorant. And our fucking society is like, bro, we've got that handled. You want us to be a bunch of dumb ass people? Like, let us at it. Like, that's what we do for fun. Like, give me some CTE, bro. Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
MAGA is the pro-ignorant, pro-stupid movement led by a man born in South Africa that is clearly abusing ketamine, that has...
Dude, how long until Grok gets turned off? How long until Grok gets turned off? What do you guys think? I'm saying... I'm giving it about a year. And then you guys are going to see some kind of like weird like alteration of Grok. That's what I think. I give it about a year. That's it.
A Twitter stupid movement led by a man born in South Africa that is clearly abusing ketamine, that has a Twitter addiction, who hangs out with 19-year-olds and puts them in charge of dismantling our federal government. And he's tried so hard to get his AI
3 weeks
to kill the woke mind virus. And it turns out Grok has the woke mind virus because MAGA is fact adverse. The entire thing falls. It's built on a house of cards. And when you start injecting facts into authoritarianism, the whole propaganda bubble bursts. So I love seeing this. And people on Twitter are actually starting to fact check using Grok and he keeps calling everybody out. But lastly, I want to remind everybody of this.
You guys can get Grok
Musk
taken
is
out.
just like Trump. It's all smoke and mirrors. They have created this image of themselves that's built on lies. Trump's whole thing is that I'm art of the deal. I'm a great businessman. Fact of the matter, inherited $500 million, bankrupted casinos, bankrupted his businesses, is a criminal and a con man. Musk. A lot of people think that he invented Tesla. He did not. Let's just remind everybody that this is a smoke and mirrors, man. Put up this tweet. Elon Musk isn't the real founder of Tesla, but he made sure you thought he was. He pushed out the actual creator, then claimed all the credit for it. This was the same with PayPal. This is the same with Starlink.
This is just painful for me. This is just hurtful because this just takes me back to when I was like, no, Elon, like, he built those electric cars, bro. And my buddy's like, Elon didn't build the cars, dude. And I'm like, no, like, I saw him on Joe Rogan, and when he was on Joe Rogan, he said that, like, he sleeps under his desk and that he created an electric plane. That was me. It hurts so much, dude. Thinking back to, like, 18 months ago. It was actually, like, 5 years ago. But still, it feels like 18 months, but also 10 years. Oh, dude. And look, I've said it before, like, it's okay to be the guy that's good at making decisions. It's okay to be the guy that hires the right people. Who was it? Oh, I was watching Rick Rubin today. Rick Rubin talking to Beato on the Beato show, his where he talks about music. And I love Rick Rubin, right? Rick Rubin's like super dope as far as producer and what he's done in hip hop and stuff, especially as a fucking bearded white dude. Like, he's so dope. But he was saying, he's like, yo, like, you get me in a studio and I really don't know what I'm doing. And Beato keeps going like, what are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? You're like fucking amazing. And he's like, no, I'm trying to tell you, like, when I get in there, like, the technological side of it, I don't understand it at all, man. I don't ever, like, mess with it. Like, if you put me in there without, like, some engineers, he's like, I don't know. He's like, no, dude, you're amazing. You're like the greatest. You know what you're doing. He's like, no, dude, stop saying that. Like, I'm not. He's like, and that's okay. He's like, it's okay. And then finally, Beato gets to the point where he says, he's like, okay, so what you're saying, though, is, like, you're really good at finding the talent, though, and finding the best people for the job. And he's like, exactly. What I do is I hear a song that somebody produced, and I'm like, I want that dude working on this project. And, of course, Rubin is a dope-ass producer. But he's like, I hear, some techs that really got their shit together that are super good at what they do. He's like, I want that person working for me. Like, there is something to being that person. Like, I'm not, the best at everything in my grocery store. I have people, specifically, like, let's say my supplement aisle. Like, I know a little bit about workout supplements. I can tell you about protein. I can tell you about creatine. I can tell you about arginine and carnitine. Like, I can tell you about those things. I can tell you about cordyceps. But I can't, once we get out of weightlifting and exercise, I don't know shit. So, like, I have a girl that works in there, that she's dope. She's amazing. She's like the fucking, an encyclopedia of knowledge. And I'd never, ever be as good as she is at it. So it's my job to instead show her appreciation and make her feel good and recognize how good she is at the things that she does. So that way she doesn't leave me. Also to help the store be successful. But there's something to that. You can be good at that too. And like, that just shows how insecure he is. It shows how insecure he is that he can't just like let other people take credit for these things and just be glad that you get to be part of something as dope as shooting rockets into space, man. Fucking electric cars are super dope. Like, shooting rockets into space is super dope. But you ain't the one who did it. It's all these super fucking intelligent people. They're the ones who did it. Alan, you never hopped on? Congrats. Good job, dude. You met Rick years ago? No shit, Manny. That's pretty dope. You met Alchemist? All right, yeah. I like Alchemist too. Yeah, I like Alchemist too. One of his, I forgot what that CD was, that instrumental CD he put out, but it was fucking dope. Yeah, some cordyceps. You got to get the cordyceps. Okay, that is not health advice.
This is the same with Trump, this founder of Tesla, but he made sure you thought he was. He pushed out the actual creator, then claimed all the credit for it. This was the same with PayPal. This is the same with Starlink. This is the same with Trump. These guys are so wildly insecure because they've skirted the system their whole life and tried to take credit for other people's hard work. All right, please subscribe to our channel and I'll see you all later.
I love these ladies. They're pretty dope. I'm glad I found them. Like I said, if you want to talk about like the silver lining to this whole like dumbass timeline, it's that I found like a lot of dope ass people. Obviously the 21st century suffragettes, right? So I found those guys, and then those guys introduced me yesterday to Malcolm Nance, his work. So like I'm gonna check out him. A lot of the stuff that I looked into because of what's going on right now, like I wanted to look into the Marshall Plan because I do think that that's like getting back to the Marshall Plan, and the idea behind the Marshall Plan is actually what would save America's economy. Like that's my opinion, and I know that sounds crazy because it means investing in other countries, but like I believe wholeheartedly in that idea of investing in these other countries because you get something from it when you make the correct deals. And so, you know, I started learning a lot about Marshall Plan. So I learned a lot about George Marshall. My wife, shout out to my wife for buying me the book. You know, like there are some silver linings to this shit happening. And one of them is finding some of these dope ass people that we found. So like, I love this IHIP news channel. Like I Had It, I guess is what it's called. I Had It podcast. I Had It podcast. Yeah, that's how you say it. Okay. So here, I'm going to link in case you guys didn't. That's too funny, Manny. What about when they were talking about Ruben going and meditating at his beach cottage? I might have missed that part. Are you talking about the Beato one, or there's another one that he has with the other dude? What is the other dude with the crazy eyes? I forgot his name, but does a podcast. He's super dope too. But that Dave Rubin interview was also super dope too. Found me through Ben Dixon. Oh, no shit. Thanks, Kay. I appreciate that. Let's see. Yeah, the Admiral. George C. Marshall. Was he an Admiral? I'm still learning. I'm only that far in. So I'm only that far in. I'm still learning about. I'm still in his. He's a lieutenant. And he turns captain at that point, if that's who you're referencing. So, yeah. So I'm learning more about this stuff. But George C. Marshall is who I'm reading about right now. Rick Rubin, not Dave Rubin. Rick Rubin. Man. Not Dave Rubin. Who said Dave Rubin? Dude. Hopefully they're not related. All right. Let's go here. All right, so you guys know about him wanting to open Alcatraz too, right? I'm telling you, like, people just, like, they just say shit around Donald Trump. They're like, Alcatraz is so crazy. Remember Alcatraz, man? It's so insane. He's like, Alcatraz is bring it back. It's got sharks with lasers on their head now. I mean, he is kind of Dr. Evil, so it does fucking make sense, right? What would you guys do if Donald Trump shaved his head and looked like Dr. Evil? I mean, he kind of looks more like Goldmember. Like, Donald Trump 100% looks like Goldmember. Like I said, at one point or another, he's going to start fucking, that one's for the skin box. That one, that's a good one. I'm going to keep it for the skin box. I'm trying to add Goldmember together with Donald Trump. That's kind of a tough one. We're going to work on that. But he's more Goldmember than Dr. Evil. But the way he says shit is definitely Dr. Evil. We got Alcatraz. It's up now. We've got sharks with freaking lasers on their heads. Oh, Fantra Death. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for the 10 memberships. Thank you so much. Paul, you got a membership. Nice. WTF, you got one too. DIY, you got one too. Rude, you got one too. Nice. Bringing back The Rock. It's the wrong Rock, Redonk. He's like, I thought we were bringing back the wrestler. What do you mean? He's not a wrestler anymore. He's a prison now. Or maybe he thought crack cocaine. They said, bring back The Rock. I said, I love The Rock. It's what keeps me up. It's how I get up in the morning. What? It's a prison? That's what I was saying. Harlem loves The Rock. Harlem, The Rock, Harvard, camera. Tony Michaels podcast? Yeah, I like Tony Michaels and Boston Brian. Boston Brian, I like Boston Brian more. I love Boston Brian, dude. Oh, dude. Fucking Leopard Leo. Yeah. I go back and forth. The Rock will need a whole lot of Patrick and rebuilding before it can be reopened. Merton, that's the thing. It's the coal mining thing. And thank you for being over there on Twitch, Merton. I love you guys over on Twitch for me. Every idea that they have, when you actually go into the logistics, the numbers of how you would go through doing the things that they want to do, they're all just stupid. That's, like I said, we could go fucking for days talking about how terrible of a human being he is. You can talk about whether or not you think he's a racist, whether or not you know, that shit with Katie Johnson, whether or not, you know, his friendship with Epstein, whether or not fucking firing people that you've never met in your life just because you want like some kind of like, you know, ability to say you saved the government. You could talk about all the like flaws of him as a human being all day long. But the thing that is truly fucking scary about this dude is how stupid he is, how moronic the plans are. Like, he's like, we're going to bring back coal. And then you ask somebody that knows anything about restarting the coal mines, and they're like, do you know how much money it would cost in upkeep to get those coal mines running? All to get people to fucking go down into a coal mine? Like, the money in the economy is in green energy. Like, even if you're a climate denier, even if you do not want to say that climate change is real, or you don't want to say it's man-made, whatever the fuck you want to say, you still have to admit that these other countries are getting far out ahead of us when it comes to the production of green energy. Fucking being a solar panel installer is an amazing paying job. You don't need a Harvard education. And you don't need to go down in a fucking coal mine and breathe in coal and fucking die of the black lung. Like Ben Stiller in that one movie. What was that? Zoolander. Okay? Or Ben Stiller's father, whoever it was, that got the black lung. Okay? Like, they're all just dumb. Like, why would you reopen Alcatraz? Why? Because it's symbolism. Because these people hate substance. They only like symbolism. It's WWE shit, man. They don't want you to be, you don't have to be a real badass. You just have to play one on TV. You don't have to have real results in the economy. You just got to say you did on TV. Like, the man's talking about changing Veterans Day to Victory Day. What the fuck? Why? Because he says we don't celebrate these holidays anymore. We don't? Like, as far as I know, people are still down with Veterans Day. I mean, I'll be the first person to tell you, not a fan of Thanksgiving. Not a fan. I like the food. But, like, I don't understand, like, the want or the meaning of celebrating it. 4th of July? I like 4th of July. I do like 4th of July. But fireworks, I'd rather see drone shows. Like, this is America. We're so ass backwards about shit. Like, have you seen some of these drone shows? They're dope as fuck. They're crazy. But Americans, we're fucking Neanderthals nowadays. We're like out there like, I like it when it go boom. Drone don't go boom. Oh, I like it. I could take a gorilla. Like, that's where we're at. Like, we could have dope-ass drone shows But because, I mean, you could literally just make them go boom. You could just have like a loudspeaker. And that shit, you could fucking make it real loud right next to the moron's head. Just boom! Right next to them every fucking time. Blow their fucking eardrums out. They don't listen to shit anyways. But it's like, what do you mean we don't celebrate shit anymore? It's like this weird fucking thing specific to like white America. It's like they're getting rid of our tradition. They want us to hate our past, brother. They want us to be embarrassed. And I'm like, no one has ever pressed me on any of that. I'm the whitest fucking person you will ever meet in your life. Bald, white, bearded, practically fucking translucent. And still, never had somebody come up to me and be like, you don't get to do this, you don't get to do that. I can fucking do whatever the fuck I want. I'm a white dude in America. Seems to work out perfectly fine. No one's stopping us from fucking celebrating these holidays. They're just old and dusty. Nobody wants to, the Thanksgiving thing. It's boring now. It's like, fuck, well, like, most of us are like, we don't even want to talk about that time, that history, that shit was kind of bad. Can we just, like, celebrate some other shit? Christopher Columbus. Nobody wants to revive Christopher Columbus's dusty ass. Smelling like some olive oil and fucking bad red, okay? Too many days on a ship. Like, we don't care about fucking Christopher Columbus. Like, if you really wanted to bring back holidays and get America to, like, start, like, celebrating big holidays again, like, make them fucking cool. Make them something that young people would get into. Then you'll see that shit. I mean, the whole point of fucking holidays is to stimulate the economy. It's just corporate. It's just for capitalism. It has nothing to do with our fucking history. It's just to fucking get people to spend money. It's fucking crazy. It's the war on Christmas. It's the war on Christmas, guys. They don't want you to say Merry Christmas no more. What? Who the fuck cares? I don't care. It's literally just a fucking corporate capitalism holiday where I go buy a bunch of shit that nobody needs. That's all it is. Fucking, they don't want me to say Merry Christmas. Say it. I don't give a fuck. Say it times 10. Say it loud. Say it proud. Merry Christmas. God damn, we're so soft. God damn it. Merton says people need to actually have money to spend in the economy. Most people can barely cover the basics anymore. Now Merton, see, now you want to talk. You're attempting. See, we're just saying, America is pro stupidity, pro anti-fact, pro stupidity, and what you're saying is something that's intelligent, and that causes people to shudder in society. Like I said before, when conservatives would come through my chat and they go, you think Joe Biden's economy is good? What a moron. And I go, well, hold on. Time out. What's your argument? My argument is the economy's bad. I'm like, okay, hold on. By what metric? Because by every metric in Joe Biden's economy, we're doing fine. Oh, you think this is good? You think this is... I go, hold on. The argument that you want to make is that this economy is good for ultra-wealthy people, for upper middle class people, for corporations, for billionaires. But the middle class, the lower middle class, the impoverished people in our communities are fucking suffering. Because this government system that we have right now doesn't work for us. It works for them. But nobody wants to talk about what you just said. That like people don't have money to spend money on holidays. People don't have money to spend buying vehicles. That these tariffs are going to make it worse on the middle class. That the middle class now is actually the working poor, and the upper middle class is actually the middle class now. And that means that the middle class has shrunk down even fucking further than it was before. And we continue to go back to the same answer over and over and over again. Teddy Roosevelt, robber barons, and taxing motherfuckers over 90% for having too much goddamn monies because they hoard all the fucking resources. They make it scarce on purpose. They make you have to stay in their factories. They make you feel desperate. And they make you fucking hate each other. And they want you stupid. It's fucking crazy. Spot on, my friend, over there. Way to represent Twitch. Good job, because Twitch usually does not get represented very well over there. Usually it's just trolls. Out of my 65 followers on Twitch, like 63 of them are trolls. Out of my 25,000 followers on YouTube, you've slowly been seeing my numbers go down as more and more of the fucking trolls are like, you know what, I don't think I want that smoke anymore. Thank you for having me, Diane. I had a fucking great time. I'm still riding that high, Diane. I'm still riding that high. All right, here, let's watch the Alcatraz. That's why I started this by talking about Alcatraz.
Hey, here's a dumb idea. Let's reopen Alcatraz, says the President of the United States. He Truth Social this. Rebuild and open Alcatraz. For too long, America's been plagued by vicious, violent, and repeat criminal offenders, the dregs of society. Yeah, we have been plagued by them. Some of them even become president.
Sharks with lasers.
Will never contribute anything other than misery and suffering, which I think was his campaign slogan, actually, this time around. Anyway, I'm not going to read the entire thing.
You got to get that one more time.
By them, some of them even become president, who will never contribute anything other than misery and suffering, which I think was his campaign slogan, actually, this time around. Anyway, I'm not going to read the entire thing. We'll go to a little bit of it. It's too much. Blah, 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 spreading filth, bloodshed, mayhem, blah, blah, blah. This is why today I am directing the Bureau of Prisons, together with the DOJ, FBI, and Homeland Security, to reopen a substantially enlarged and rebuilt Alcatraz to house America's most ruthless and violent offenders. We will no longer blah, 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 blah. The reopening of Alcatraz will serve as a symbol of law, order, and justice. We will make America great again. Okay, again. That's a bold idea there. I have a few problems, but it is a bold idea. A lot of words, though. Big True Social post. Let's see if we can distill it down to its poetic essence.
And it's long been a symbol, Alcatraz, of whatever it is.
What? He's fucking insane. He said it's long been a symbol of whatever it is. Dude, if I talked like this all the fucking time, you guys would commit me. If I was like, his ideas on Alcatraz, you know, they're bad because of whatever they are. Actually, that'd probably make a little bit of sense. It'd make more sense than this shit. What the fuck, man? What the fuck?
Social post. Let's see if we can distill it down to its poetic essence.
Holy shit.
It's long been a symbol, Alcatraz, of whatever it is.
That's true. Never have more beautiful.
What did he say about the Declaration of Independence? What does that mean to you? Unity? It means what the Declaration means. Unity. Yeah. Totally unity. Fuck. We're so cooked.
Beautiful words been spoken. Christ. It's long been a symbol of
I'll scalp no
whatever it is. Which is true. It's a symbol of an earlier time, a darker time. I don't think people visit Alcatraz because they're like, oh, that was when America had hope, when we put people on an island. Also, he does know that it's on an island, right?
He watched the Sean Connery movie. He's like, The Rock, it's a really good movie. Reopen Alcatraz. Free Sean Connery. Free Sean Connery. Let's get him off the rock. Let's reopen it. Let's put Kilmar Abrasio Garcia. He has MS-13 on his knuckles. MS-13 on his knuckles. I've seen the pictures. It's time to send Kilmar Abrasio Garcia. Tren de Agua. Time to send Tren de Agua to Alcatraz. And we're going to surround him. We're going to put sharks with freaking lasers on their heads. It's going to be amazing. We're going to make Alcatraz great again. We're going to own the libs. We're going to spend a lot of money owning the libs. And then people in red states are going to have to knife fight over cans of bean for our entertainment. It's going to be great. Jesus Christ. We're cooked.
When he says they're like, oh, that was when America had hope, when we put people on an island. Also, he does know that it's on an island, right? When he says we're going to expand it,
I think Wesley Snipes was in The Rock.
it's an I don't think you. Is he talking about up? Is he talking about like?
Did he say we're going to expand it? I missed that part. Oh no. Oh no. Did he say we're going to expand it? Like, is it going to be like the Abu Dhabi of prisons? Or are we going to, like, fucking make Alcatraz into, like, a palm tree? Is it going to be like a palm tree island with prisons on it? I'm going there, huh? Fuck, I should stop making jokes about this. Live from Alcatraz, it's the Angry Ginger Show. Fuck. Oh, I'm going to need to get a tetanus shot. Because there's so much rusty metal on Alcatraz, guys. Holy fuck, I'm not ready. I hope you guys can put money on my fucking books. That's all I got to say. I can't swim, guys. I fucking can't swim. It's the perfect place to put me. I swim like a dude with one arm and no feet. That's how I swim. I swim like a dude with one arm, no feet. And also emphysema. I swim like a dude with one arm, no feet, that has emphysema. I've got no chance. You're going to put me on Alcatraz. How are you going to expand Alcatraz? He's going to put Trump Tower there. It's going to be a Trump Tower. We call it Trump Alcatraz. Trump Alcatraz. We're going to make it. We're going to put all the worst villains. It's going to be... I saw this on Netflix. We're going to put the worst ones. They're going to be on the bottom. And we're going to put the best ones on the top. And we're going to have a platform. And it's going to have lots of food. And then the food's going to go down. They're like, sir, you stole that from a show, sir. Nope. That's my idea. My idea. I came up with it. Stephen Miller told me about it. We're going to put it at the top. We're going to put video cameras everywhere. We're going to call it the Beast Games. Fuck. Oh, we're so much trouble.
Building extra levels or like a floating part on the way? Like, it's an island. You get what an island is, right, Donald? But anyway, we're going to discuss. First, though, I just want to acknowledge where did this idea come from? There's different theories going around. Some believe it's actually Don Jr.'s idea because he posted earlier this year on Twitter, maybe we should reopen Alcatraz, desperately trying to get his father's attention. It failed, as he has throughout his life. That was in response to Guantanamo Bay being turned into a concentration camp. But was that actually the reason? Because a user on Blue Sky had some more details about another potential reason that he came up with this idea. He said, I may have context for this. Last night, WPBT in Palm Beach broadcast the 1979 Clint Eastwood film Escape from Alcatraz.
No!
Trump was in Palm Beach on the night in question.
No! Dude, we're being rolled by morons that are fucking getting their ideas from fucking TV. Don't let this man see the fucking Hunger Games. Holy shit. Okay, here you guys go. Don't forget. Don't forget, guys. Don't forget. You guys, it's reading for everybody. Get yourself How to Cope When Surrounded by Idiots. You guys are going to need this. Or if you are one. It says, or if you are one in small letters also. What are we, like, somebody, for the love of fucking Christ, don't let Donald Trump watch the Hunger Games. Or The Running Man. Also, don't let him watch The Running Man either. Fucking just keep him away from a TV. Oh my God.
So PBT in Palm Beach broadcast the 1979 Clint Eastwood film Escape from Alcatraz. Trump was in Palm Beach on the night in question.
So
maybe Trump was just up late watching TV, the most plausible thing in the world. And he's like, I just do whatever the box tells me to do. I find it plausible. Now, am I going to fact check anything that person said? No, I don't care. But I do buy it willingly. JR, what do you think?
Obviously, it's another distraction and PR stunt, coupled with, of course, cruelty and extreme spending.
Coupled with cruelty.
your money that they keep saying they're saving to do absolutely nothing when it comes to the end all thing that they're talking about, which is like somehow suppressing crime because we're opening up Alcatraz, which you're not going to be able to do. But anyway, even if they try, it's just going to be this failed attempt, and they're going to say it was Biden's fault. Anyways, Don Jr. probably came up with it at the time when he was smoking that really good Alcatraz. He was like, you know what?
Smoking that good Alcatraz.
I'm sorry, he snorted that Alcatraz. And he was like, man, this is...
No, he probably smoked.
So also, by the way,
happening?
that last theory about him watching that show when he was at home happened to be in the area at the time. The reason why that's very likely as well is, look, he appointed Pete Hegseth because he watched him all the time on Fox News. He likes watching TV, and TV convinces him of what's right and what's wrong, and we're to make really good decisions. This guy, like, we can't minimize how ridiculous and stupid his decision making is. He listened to guys like who's that loser that told him to start with these tariffs? He went to jail. Now I'm blanking on his name.
Peter Navarro.
It doesn't matter because he went to jail too. So he listens to people that come up with ridiculous schemes because they are the last ones in the room with him. This is from the first term. We know all this about him. None of these things have any levels of thought process behind them.
No,
he put tariffs on the island with penguins and seals. He doesn't think that far. We tend to forget the levels of stupidity based in the way that this guy thinks and the decisions that he makes. We can't forget those things. He does so many of them. We forget the ones that happened 2 weeks ago. He does stupid things all the time. This is not too far from the realm of reality that he got this idea from any of those processes, Don Jr. or the TV.
Oh my God.
I mean, I'm worried he's going to see, I think, criminally underrated film The Island, and he's going to combine the two ideas. We're just going to send the prisoners there and then take their organs or whatever. Spoiler alert.
By the way, he went on Nick Cage, a movie movie binge one time, and he's like, "Did you know that convicts took over an airplane?"
By the way, I love that there have now been multiple references to Nicolas Cage on one episode of The Damage Report. But anyway, yes, it's a distraction. No, I don't think it's going to happen. But I do have to note, as you point out, when he wants to create a distraction, what does he do? He creates something that is wildly cruel, wildly wasteful. And the issue is, what minimum are there 40 million people in America? They're like, yeah, we should reopen Alcatraz and send them all those terrible murder. We're just flooded with murderers so much that they can't even find like one a week to deport or whatever. Yep. We desperately need to reopen Alcatraz.
11,888.
It's a stupid idea. Obviously, nobody's going to take it seriously. Except for Republican Congress people, because Markwayne Mullin already raced to Fox News to be like, yeah, let's have Riker and Alcatraz both open. So we got East Coast and West Coast both covered. And I know some of you haven't actually heard him speak, and you might be like, wait, is that actually an accurate impersonation of him? 100%. It is. It is actually, that's exactly how he sounds. But anyway, and then he's like, yeah, Biden wasn't, we weren't a nation of laws. No, now we're a nation of laws. We got a felon as president. He's got stupid ideas from Sean Connery movies, and I'm a serious congressman. But anyway, it's not gonna happen. It's a national historic destination. It's a tourist place. That's what it's for, okay? That's the point of it right now. I haven't gone yet. I should probably go fast just in case. 1.6 million visitors go a year. It makes $60 million in revenue. Is he just trying to ruin tourism in San Francisco? Is that what this is about? And by the way, people have looked into why it was closed, why it was never reopened. When it was closed in 1963, the Federal Bureau of Prisons said it was 3 times more expensive to operate than any other federal prison. And it only held like 300 people. And it was 3 times more expensive than any of the much larger federal prisons. So this would be cruel and needlessly wildly expensive. So I reversed what I said earlier. I think you might actually do it. Remember, they were spending $1 million a flight to send people on military planes rather than regular planes when they deport them. They don't care. Like, they will pay a premium for the cruelty, particularly if it can also be racist. Any other thoughts, JR?
Every time Markwayne Mullin decides to go on TV or interview or even speak, someone should ask him, bring up those stats. Because again, all you have to do is ask them first questions about these stupid things that they say. So yeah, sure, you're all for it. 300 people housed, costs tons of money to do. Why is that helpful to the American people? And also, by the way, what do you think prison is for? What do you think our jailing system is for? What do you think it's for? and let him go ahead and answer like he did on Fox News, where it's a safe space where he can say, we're going to show them who's really the criminals and who the bad guys are so they can be punished. It's supposed to be for rehabilitation, but we don't do that anymore in this country, do we? No. Weird how that works. I'm sorry, not anymore. Never really did.
Never did, yeah. Wow. Like, you seriously cannot get dumber. I mean, I know that that's a hold my beer moment for these people. I know it is. But do you think that's what they're doing? They're trying to break people by just like, let's see how much dumber we can get. Like, how far can we push this to like make this the dumbest fucking possible? Like, is that what it is? Is it like, if we do the dumbest shit that has ever fucking happened before, these people will finally break? Is that what it is? Holy shit. I'm sorry, but if you voted for Trump, I hate you right now. I hate you right now, because it's like, what the fuck are we doing? Why is this happening? What fucking reality does any of this shit make any sense at all? We're like ruining. Here, let's go to Big Me, because we're almost done here anyways. Let's go to Big Me anyways. Let's go to Big Me. Good Lord. Sweet Mother of Jesus. Okay. Let me make sure I'm pushing the right buttons here. Okay. Here we go. There we go. Got all the right buttons. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. What are you supposed to say? Just, you fucking people got us into a situation where the President of the United States is either routinely trolling the majority of the country with stupid ideas or just actually has stupid ideas. That's it. Those are the two options. He is either saying stupid shit because he believes it and thinks it's going to work, or he's saying stupid shit because he thinks it's fun to troll. You know, I like to troll. It's super fun. Meanwhile, the rest of the fucking world is looking at us going, Jesus Christ, I don't want anything to do with those people. Didn't we have 2 more countries today put out alerts to not travel to our country? Warnings to not travel to America? If at this point you have not thought about your vote for Trump in the manner of saying to yourself, this might have been a bad idea. Trump could legit be going insane. If you haven't thought to yourself, like, I was telling the liberals that they elected Joe Biden for being too fucking old, and then we went and elected a dude that is literally having a mental decline on the world stage in front of everybody, ruining our alliances and everything. Like, if you haven't gotten a point yet in that equation where you say to yourself, you know what, I think I might have fucking made a mistake. You're in a cult. I'm sorry. But you are. Because there is just no legit explanation for what's going on right now. You, like, somebody play devil's advocate for me. Somebody still man the other side of this conversation. Because if you want to say, like, the best I can come up with is, fuck, like, if you want to say that the main thing he wants to do is reset global trade, and you want him to establish America as the king of the world, because this is all I can think. This is the best I can think of with this. That you want to create vassal countries from other countries because you believe that this trade deficit that he's fucking got you to buy hook, line, and sinker. You don't know what a trade deficit is. You don't know how GDP versus the debt works. but he said the word trade deficit enough, and he said that we've been taken advantage of enough that you've fallen for it. So the best stillman I can come up with is that you think that the rest of the world deserves to be vassals of America. Yet at the same time, you believe that the government doesn't work. How the fuck is America going to play the part of king of the world with every other country being vassals, which we don't even need to get into how stupid that is. But let's just say that it's even attainable. How the fuck do you believe that we're going to do that if you also believe that the government of the United States is completely corrupt and inept? Donald Trump's losing his goddamn mind, and you are fucking going along with him on the train to crazy town. Y'all are all going with him. If you are not questioning your vote for Donald Trump at this point in his administration, you have bought a ticket straight to crazy town with Donald Trump. Holy fuck. Fan says the U.S. is still the greatest country in the world because of the diversity of our people, not the insanity of our deplorables. No doubt, my friend. No doubt. We have no right to tell others how to run a country when we ourselves can't even face our own problems. No fucking doubt, Merton. Like, it's insane to me. It's called American exceptionalism. We believe we're the fucking spoiled kid, man. I said this when Biden was the president. I said this. I've been saying this for fucking ever. America has a real problem with entitlement. You know, we cannot get over our fucking own vaginal hubris, you know? You're like, I got the best right here. Everybody wants it. They all want a piece of this. Like, that's America for you. Like, you want this? That's who we are. It's like, we can't see past our own fucking hubris to recognize the amount of shit that we fucked up in this world. And like I said, there's good things we've done. The Marshall Plan was fucking good, man. It had its flaws, but it was good. We've done some good things. We've progressed. But I think that America as a whole doesn't recognize that it's still in its adolescence. It's still only 250 years old. It's a fucking child. And currently we have a child for a president. He's doing the Benjamin Button shit. It's like, if you really want America to be this leader of the globe, then you should do it by leading by example. You should do it by showing your allies how dependable you are. You should do it by being magnanimous, by being benevolent, by looking to other countries and say, we have all of these resources, we have all of this ability, we've made so much progress in our 250 years, and we want to share it with you to make your country better, so that way you can create trade deals with us that are beneficial to us and beneficial to you. When we talk about places like Vietnam and Cambodia, putting intensely high tariffs on them isn't going to create this balance of trade. It's going to destroy their countries that we already literally carpet bombed. Kissinger. Like, we're just making a bad situation worse. We're just making everybody in the world that thinks of us as being these hubristic fucking assholes, these imperialists, we're just proving them right. And that, like I said, the hypocrisy of the Trump supporters that were claiming that Joe Biden was trying to create a new world order, that Klaus was trying to create the new world order, while Donald Trump fucking talks about taking over Canada and Greenland and invading Mexico and making the rest of the world America's vassals. The hypocrisy of that is fucking out of this world. It's crazy. Our chesticles have not even dropped yet. Thank you for that, Super Saint. Thank you for that. Benny, good job. Keep fucking showing that stuff. Keep showing it. 5. Night 5 alarm. It's about time for me too. All right, guys. And I have to do the. I have to go. I don't have time for trolling right now. Deplorable. Sorry. Hit me up next time, and I'll shit on you. If you come back next time, I'll give you some time to get shit on. I don't right now. I don't have enough time for your fetish. But I'll make it worth your time. You come back, I will shit all over you, dog. Okay? All right? You like that stuff. All up in your mouth and in your nasal passage, and you rub it all over your belly button. Fucking finger that. Nothing like talking to Trump supporters. All right, guys. I'll probably be on tomorrow. Probably jump on about 5 o'clock as normal. We'll watch some. Maybe we'll watch these 2 videos I didn't get to. And there's another video I want to watch on why Trump supporters are so dumb, and we'll get to that. So it'll be amazing. I love watching that shit. Like actual studies where they pick that shit apart. So like, here's the part of the brain that's all fucked up. It's got CTE. Sorry, Cajun. I left you guys with that one. It's the fucking troll's fault. It's not my fault. All right, guys. Go check out the 21st Century Suffragettes. Go check out the show I did last night with them. It's fucking amazing. We were great. We're amazing. All right, guys. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Hope to see you next time.